the cell and gene therapy field is just exploding right now. So, we've seen, I think somebody quoted the other day, 12 years it's taken us to get to half a dozen kind of CAR T cell therapies, and we're probably going to double that in the next year. After CAR T is obviously the poster child for the cell and gene therapy space. All these other cell types that people are taking an interest in, like NK cells, gamma delta T cells, for example, we're just going to see more and more cell therapies come through, and there's going to be more and more gene-modified versions of those. So when we think of CAR for the CAR T cells, CAR is not exclusive to T cells. CAR is going to be implemented into CAR NKs, CAR gamma deltas, et cetera, et cetera. So we really are on the cusp of seeing a massive increase in therapies for unmet medical needs. Well, it's got a full range, not only for kind of where we are with new therapies coming on, new developments, but really where the tech is to kind of handle those increases in the cell therapy field, the increase in demands, whether it's from small kind of autologous dosing going up to kind of like where we're going to be for the allogeneic production pieces in a couple of years. It's gone full spectrum from like small to large. So it's really where kind of the cell manufacturing, those for working devices are going to meet those who kind of have programs in mind. Looking for collaborations, right? Looking for partnerships of kind of, we have our devices, we very much know kind of like the levers to pull to kind of like whether we can help manufacturers culture adherent cells or suspension cells or any of what we call applications, things like exosomes and viral vectors. And really looking for partnerships of when people have those needs and, they know their cell types, they know their kind of, their critical quality attributes that they want to look after, having those conversations and seeing if we can both meet each other in the middle and push the field forward. Certainly, I feel that, as we kind of see the worth of the allogeneic field, I think we're going to see just an explosion of those CAR modities in various different cell types. I think there's some cell types there where they kind of on, at least on my radar, that might not necessarily be on other people's radar, right? So we would think of the future, gamma deltas, again, are they coming through? There's like, there's noise kind of when you go to like these different conferences, if you can seek those out. I think we're going to see an increase in those applications. CAR macrophages are coming, quickly. We've seen an increased buzz around that. So it's really kind of looking as to what's on the horizon and what's coming down and how we can meet that. Well, we're excited for this. It's 23 and kind of years after. We've just updated our flagship product, the Quantum device, which is a cell expansion system. We now call it Quantum Flex, and we've got a number of features that's going to enable like increasing kind of potential for how to utilize the device, but how it fits in with manufacturing. So we've now have the ability to program from afar. It's like you can sat at home with your laptop, you can design protocols and it's pushed via the cloud to the device. So there's increased in capabilities as far as like the run reports will facilitate GMP compliance. And then also we have a new small bioreactor system for those people doing either autologous dosing, product development kind of experiments, or even using as a seed train. So you can imagine doing a collection where you've got a small amount of cells, you can put that on our small bioreactor, grow it up through like the amount that you would need to go to our standard bioreactor system, and keep going up and kind of expanding out that way. So I think there's a lot of utility. We're very happy with our product now. Now it's at launch, and I think it's like we have now the possibility of meeting the market where it needs to be and kind of pushing that forward. And we're looking forward to the year ahead for sure. We see potential in their technology, their cellular product. So I think that's what really kind of we're kind of focused in right now is kind of being quite open to what the field needs. Can people use our technology for sure? Can we help people get to their endpoints and get to their clinical product? That's our intention, and we're quite excited for partnerships in general. Oh, it's critical. It's absolutely critical, right? Again, it's like there's a lot of bioreactor platforms out there. We all have different kind of perspectives on how we can help with the field. All bioreactor platforms, by definition, are somewhat complex, right? So it's on us as kind of device manufacturers to kind of know how to utilize that. Again, our platform is opens itself to not only autologous and allogeneic, dosing depends on the requirements, but also all those different cell types, where again, whether it's suspension, adherent, et cetera, et cetera. Again, we know our devices and our customers, our partners know their cell types. And it's really, we cannot push this field forward if we don't come to the table together. You always use the analogy of like, if you can culture something in a tea flask, more than likely you can culture it on quantum. It depends on how patient you want to be, how open you want to be about your cell types, and having those conversations with us. I think with respect to partnerships, people obviously think when they enter a conversation about partnerships, it's like there's an immediate next step that we have to have a program, and that's not how we view that. That's great if that situation presents itself. However, we're very open to come just have a conversation with us, find out about our tech. If our tech works for you, then great. If it's if you canvass an opinion, what's our tech do compared to a competitor of ours, that's also great. And I think if you don't have those conversations, you don't realize what parameters are available to you once you come to that next iteration of your development pipeline for manufacturing.